Alright, so if you saw my comment on Loud and Proud's video, then you probably already know some of these. But if you take that out right there, it's a number 8 Allen, you can get to your star wheel and you want to turn it clockwise towards the engine to move the star wheel towards the front of the truck, and that'll give you after boost fuel. Behind here, kind of hard to see because this is not the cleanest engine bay in the world, obviously. Right back here is your pre-boost screw. What that'll do, okay, so there's that screw, which is just a flathead, and then there's another one that's a tamper-proof. And what that'll do is, okay, sorry. You take those two bolts out, that's a cover. Then you'll see a bolt with a nut on it. The bolt, or the nut, is a 10 millimeter, and the bolt going in it, the little thing that the nut threads onto, has an Allen key in the middle. You're gonna loosen up that 10 millimeter bolt and tighten the Allen in until you see the foot on the AFC housing move. That'll give you pre-boost fuel. That'll give you more fuel before the boost kicks in. I also have a number 6 fuel plate in this truck. Gave it a little bit more power. Another thing to do, if you have a manual, sorry if you hear the noise, my neighbor is my neighbor is coming. And if you have a manual, this is the wastegate coming from your AFC housing. If you put a bolt in there, take it off this hose right here. Take it off the hose, you put a bolt in it, it'll plug your wastegate. The factory turbo makes 20 to 22 psi. If you plug this, I have a boost gauge in my truck. The most I've ever seen, I was pulling a trailer on the highway trying to pass someone, and it was I hit 35 psi out of the stock turbo. I believe you can only do this if your truck's a manual, but take the bolt out, the hose slides right there. Then you take it off, put a bolt or whatever in there, tighten it down. It'll increase your boost. It'll also increase your drive pressure. I don't have a drive pressure gauge, but I haven't had any problems. I live in Texas and it's December, and then you can see it's like 75 out right now. But I drove all the way to Ohio and back with it plugged, and the engine didn't overheat. Nothing was wrong with it or anything. And so I personally haven't done either of these, but I think they have been done in the past. So because the truck smokes a lot, so I don't know if anyone's done that or not. But the fuel plate is number 6, slid all the way forward, and plug the wastegate. This did the most for me. It increased my boost by 10 to 15 psi, which is absolutely crazy. So those are cheap ways to get power out of a 12 valve. You don't have to spend any money, maybe 5 cents for a bolt if you don't have a bolt. So yeah.